Alright, see if I can get a good recording for Firelands Portal. I just got fatigued by a control warrior, if you're wondering why my deck tracker is completely darkened out, whatever. Firelands Portal has actually been... Oh, this is probably not good. Firelands Portal has actually been even worse in practice than I thought it was before the set came out. Which is saying quite a bit, because I didn't think very highly of the card initially. I got a Pit Fighter once, I got a Princess Uhuran once, but neither of them were actually that impactful. I got Leroy once, but I had to send it into a 3 health minion to not die. Yeah, there are theoretical sick Firelands Portal turns, but I don't know. I've cast the spell several times, and I haven't gotten a sick turn yet. Fiery Horax is so good against Tempo Mage. Turn 2 Fiery Horax probably swings this matchup something absurd like 15%. Card is actually nuts. I guess I can just try to establish some amount of board here. Flamemaker, Coin, Sorcerer's Apprentice, Mirror Image. Might get brawled, but I actually don't think that Tempo Mage can play around Brawl most of the time against this deck, or against Control Warrior. I'm also pretty sure that Tempo Mage just actually blows right now. So maybe testing out this deck doesn't really do Firelands Portal justice. Didn't have a good answer though. Not sure if he would have brawled that board, if he could have. I'm just gonna keep applying pressure to him. I tried to play more of a control game last game against a control warrior, and it wasn't even close. I just ran out of resources. He still had like 7 cards, and I had a single Flame Strike left in my hand. I'm just gonna try to kill him a lot. And double Flamewaker behind the taunt is a pretty good way to just kill someone. I think he would brawl this board if he had it. It was looking like a pretty easy Azure Drake so far. Yeah, might even Frostbolt his face. Slow down the weapon. Go full Smork. I have 9 on board, and on board with Hero Power. And I can play 8 from the hand with Falnos Fireball. Might still be lethal. 18, probably not. So I have 8 on board, 8 in hand. I believe I can set him to 2. Setting him to 2 is unfortunately not enough to kill him. I mean, that probably kind of goes without saying, but... Go ahead and zap this dude down. Trade in the Sork. I should actually play this guy, probably. Because his War X is going into the 4-2. I'm kinda out of cards now, but if this board sticks, then he's like dead, so it's fine. I think he's actually dead. Nice. Turns out Tempo Mage can win if you just hit him in the face a lot and he doesn't have Brawl. Is that his first Cthulhu card that game? Sucks to be him. I kinda want to wait to queue up because I don't want to play against Cthulhu Warrior again. I think that game was a fluke. I think Cthulhu Warrior should probably take a big dump on Tempo Mage most of the time. But hopefully I just don't queue into him again. Hopefully I demoralized him so much he didn't queue up immediately.
Jaina versus Thrall!
For Doomhammer.
You asked for it.
And sucks, obviously. Let's try to get some minions. Sand still sucks, but it's marginally better. Actually, I don't even remember what it was. Might not even be better. I think it was really bad before, though. Dealing 3 face damage here isn't super appealing, so I'll hold the arcane missiles.
Greetings, friend.
Oh boy.
Hello.
Let's make magic.
Play out a 3-2 to contest his Tunnel Trog. He doesn't have a great way to deal with this. I guess second Tunnel Trog Lightning Bolt is actually pretty disgusting. But yeah, if it just trades 1 for 1, I'm not terribly upset by that. Ooh, Frostbolt. I can Frostbolt the 3-4. I could YOLO the Arcane Missiles. Very unlikely to kill the Trog, I think it's 5 out of 16. Play second Cult Sorcerer and then Arcane Missiles. The odds of killing something like that are even worse, I believe. Play here is probably just Frostbolt trade. Not a very flashy turn, but if I can stop the Aggro Shaman from punching me for 5 on turn 2, or on turn 3, that's probably pretty good. Alright, he had a super weak turn here. Oh, okay, I guess he didn't have a super weak turn here. The fact that he went Totem Coin 1-drop and has played one other totem this game kinda makes me feel like he wants to play a thing from below next turn. But since I drew the Water Elemental, there's not really much to think about this turn. Play the 4-mana minion on turn 4. He has a Flame Wreathed Faceless, I have no answer to it currently. Why wouldn't he have the Flame Wreathed Faceless? Probably need to draw some cards with Arcane Intellect here.
What to do? What to do?
Question is, which mana do I play with the or which minion do I play with the Arcane Intellect, the Mana Worm or the Cult Sorcerer? I don't think anything I can draw into really affects my play this turn, so I guess I'll just play the Mana Worm. He's overloaded next turn, so I'm not scared of Doomhammer. Therefore, I don't need to freeze his face. I guess if I had played Arcane Intellect first, I could have played the Sorcerer's Apprentice with the intention of Flame Striking on turn 6. Looks like it wouldn't have lived, though. I'm extremely happy that he traded into my Water Elemental there. Like, you have no idea how happy I am. I mean, you probably do, because you can see that I have a Flame Strike in hand, and that's at 4 health and frozen next turn. But, shut up. Don't talk about that. So, draw a couple cards and ping this down. I guess I even play this here. I mean, it doesn't really even do that much. Makes his Doomhammer really unappealing, I guess. But protecting the Sorcerer's Apprentice into turn 7 isn't really that relevant. I have 2 7-mana spells, which get discounted by 1, but then I can't really do anything with my 1 remaining mana. If I need to play 7-mana spell plus Arcane Missiles, I guess it's pretty good. Which I guess I do want to play 7-mana spell plus Arcane Missiles here. Arcane Missiles, just to keep a 3-2 on the board? Probably relevant, right?
I wonder.
I don't have a cheap... If I use the Arcane Missiles here, I don't have a cheap spell to combo with Flamewaker next turn. I mean, I guess I don't even have to kill the thing from below here. Just runs into a taunt. Gonna be at 1 health. Kill it with Arcane Missiles Flamewaker the following turn. I missed 3 damage with Sorcerer's Apprentice though. But I have Firelands Portal, it's not like I have to play Flamewaker next turn. I'm just gonna play the Arcane Missiles here. Lets me push damage, and pushing damage is actually somewhat relevant. Although I guess not so much when I'm at 27 with 2 taunts on board. But I do have to kill him eventually. If I give him infinite time, he can probably kill me. With this play, I can also just Cult Sorcerer or Firelands Portal for 6 next turn if I need to. Okay, so he's only going to be on 4 mana next turn. Need to keep that in mind. I don't really have a good play here. But I guess just setting up the Flamewaker is pretty good. It's not very likely to actually kill something.
What to do?
But just getting it on board is pretty relevant.
Let's make magic.
Play Frostbolt first, because I need the 1 mana discount to be able to ping. There was some consideration. Oh wow, that's actually disgusting. What were the odds of that? 3 and 4. It was like 3 out of 16 for that to happen. For my Flamewaker to double ping the same thing so I could hero power it down. But if I had more mana, there was some consideration to send the Sorcerer's Apprentice in first, so that when I Frostbolted, the pings would be more likely to double hit on the same target. But I needed the mana discount. Is this not even an aggro shaman? What's the point in killing a 0-1 instead of a 0-2? Seems dumb.
What lurks in the depths?
Sparkle.
Alright, so to put that Firelands Portal in perspective, I just paid 9 mana to deal 3 damage, summon a 4/3, and hit him in the face for 1. That's not good. If that wasn't clear from me trying to put it into perspective. Pretty bad, even. You get 6 pings. The chance that I actually kill this guy is, like, not very high. But it's probably worth going for. I don't necessarily have to kill it this turn. Just set it up to ping it again next turn. If this play works out the way I want it to, then I'm basically trading a 0-2 taunt to save either a 3-2 or a 4-3 minion. This is maybe a little sketchy because this deck looks like it might have Lightning Storm in it. But this might be an Aggro Shaman that just directly... Like, Aggro Shaman has a couple flex spots, and this might just be directly using its flex spots for that Hex.
Behind you.
I can just go full face here, I think. I mean, there's no way that he can deal 29 damage to me this turn. 2 of that coming from the taunt. I guess this is just a Midrange Shaman. I haven't actually seen any face cards, I don't think. But I've also seen Hex and Azure Drake. Picked up a win. Got to play Firelands Portal. Not terrible, I guess. Firelands Portal, that game was not good, though. But that's fine. The point of playing the deck is to see how good Firelands Portal is. In that game, I can say it was bad.
Jaina versus Jaina.
Relevant information.
Asked for it. Oh, it is on.
Wow, a garbage hand. Do I keep any of it? Keep 1 Frostbolt with the coin. Or gives me an answer to Mana Worm, Sorcerer's Apprentice, Cult Sorcerer. All that fun stuff. Second Sorcerer's Apprentice. I have some opportunity for some ridiculous tempo plays, but it burns a lot of my spells, drains my hand pretty fast. It would be like coin Sorcerer's Apprentice into Sorcerer's Apprentice. Then I have no turn 3. I'm burning the coin for not too much tempo. But if he doesn't have one of his answers to Sorcerer's Apprentice, she has 4 direct answers to it, and you can also YOLO a couple arcane missiles. I don't really like coining out the Sorcerer's Apprentice here. Seems like it's pretty likely to die, and the payoff from it is actually not even that high. And I can still use the coin for tempo like this. I guess I should have just played the mirror image there. I was thinking there's no reason to play it because he doesn't have any like charge damage. But there's also no reason to not play it, right? Well, I guess holding it for Flamewaker synergy is a thing. Maybe Mana Worm. Maybe the distant Archmage Antonidas. I also have another Sorcerer's Apprentice in hand, so it should be free later on. Alright, that's super slow, but it might be okay for him because... Pretty sick. Might be okay for him because I was running out of cards, but then I drew cards, so... I played the images there because if he kills my 2 Sorcerer's Apprentices here, it might be somewhat difficult to play the mirror image. I mean, it probably won't. Could be, I guess. I'm pretty far ahead right now, but my hand isn't very good. I have a good play for next turn. And I guess 5 mana Water Elemental's not that bad either. But I'm pretty low in resources and really low on, like, options, flexibility. Flame Strike is not a good draw. Looks like he's committing to spending two. Well, I guess that's not really committing to spending the mana on the hero power next turn. If he didn't have anything to do with his mana that turn, then why not put 1 damage on the 3/2? Another mirror image. Should I trade into the mana worm? I mean, yeah, I should, right? Because he can just hero power my guy down. Also protects a 0/2. I'm not going to play the mirror image this turn because we're approaching Flame Strike turns. Even though just like 4 0/2s plus a water elemental isn't a great Flame Strike, I'm probably putting things on the board over these next turns.
Let the pain speak to me.
Acolyte. So his deck is slower than mine. He had the Cult Sorcerer and the Mana Worm though, so it is a tempo mage. My hand is garbage. Antonidas was probably the worst draw on the deck. But I guess I got to kill the Acolyte with him only getting 1 draw, so that's a bonus. And I have 2 cheap spells for my Antonidas, so basically 2 guaranteed fireballs off of it.
Magic.
Wow, really? I mean, get the value while you can, I guess. I don't have a good play here. Well, I guess that's not true. The Flamewaker could clear, but I kind of want to save my spells for Antonidas. I'm not really under much threat of dying, so I'm just gonna go greed mode and hold back. Can get an even better Flame Strike next turn. Does this play here do nothing? Wow. I think I like going for the Flamewaker here. Since I picked up the Arcane Missiles, I'm pretty likely to have a card to go with Antonidas next turn, even if I spend spells killing this. I think I do want to hold the Mirror Image. I mean, like I said, it's not like he really has any charge capabilities. Unless he decides to Firelands Portal my face, and then get Leroy and send it into my 2/4, but that's obviously not optimal.
We hunger for vengeance.
Someday I'll be just like you.
Arcane Blast. That's a bit of a bummer. But also not that much. Might be best to just Flame Strike here. I go Antonidas Mirror Image.
I wonder.
Mirror Images die for free to the board. Antonidas dies to Fireball. And I only get one Fireball off of Antonidas, so even with the Fireball already in hand, it's not like I have enough damage to kill him. I'm just gonna Flame Strike this board, I think. He's played a lot of his minions already. I mean, the Flame Strike wasn't super good there because I could have just hero powered down the Felnos. So it kinda did like 2 damage twice. Is he seriously just burning my face right now? So is his hand double Fireball? That's actually gross if it is. Why else would he burn my face?
What to do? What to do?
Antonidas Mirror Image gives me lethal over 2 turns, but I'm not sure if that's good enough. It probably is, because I put up the taunts, they're not that easy to get through. He has to like Flame Strike to get through. Yeah, that's actually pretty bad.
What to do?
But it's kind of hard for him to get through the taunts. If he can't, he has to probably spend Burn on my Antonidas so he doesn't die.
Time runs out on me.
I can also just clear Water Elemental with Firelands Portal here. Or Fireball.
What to do?
You require my assistance.
This gives me lethal over 2 turns, which is a pretty realistic win condition if he has to spend a Fireball on my Antonidas here. The Firelands Portal was good enough to kill Water Elemental, but if he just, like if he had the 2 Fireballs, he could just ping me down over a couple turns and I'd be in a pretty bad spot. Okay, so the question here is Firelands Portal better than double Fireball on his threats? Well, let's see. Is it good to set up lethal here, I guess is the better question.
What to do?
Say I just Firelands Portal him in the face. He's at 12, the Fireballs are lethal next turn. He sends Water Elemental into my 0-2. Azure Drake goes face, I'm at 11. He just spent a Fireball, he's already Frostbolted me in the face. It's not likely that he has lethal. He only needs 10 damage though. Pretty sure that other card in his hand is also a Fireball. He has Roaring Torches in his deck. If he draws into that stuff, I feel like I'm dead anyway though.
Let's make magic.
2-turn lethal, boys.
Enjoy raiding.
I might die here, but I think it's pretty unlikely, and if I don't die here, I have lethal.
What to do? What to do?
I mean, if he has the lethal, this is a really easy lethal. So I feel like he doesn't have it. Nice. Oh, that's not good. He has lethal. I'm dead. He killed me with Yogg. Alright, good. Could have been a little nicer if he got those cards in the other order, but it's fine. Just no heals and also don't kill me.
Time runs out on me.
I hope I draw Frostbolt so I can tilt him. They'd be like, oh my god, he top decked exact lethal after Yogg spreading madness to me. Did he just cast 2 Shadow Forms? That's fun.
Well played.
Nice.
Well played.
Got him. Oh man, that game was so super sketchy. I was gonna say super sketchy. Well, I didn't get to play too many Firelands Portals, but I played 2, and they both sucked. I mean, the second one gave me lethal, but it was effectively like 7 mana, deal 4 damage to face or something, because the minion ended up not mattering. But I guess the flexibility of going for lethal is pretty relevant on the card. I've played several games with Firelands Portal. Probably only going to upload 3, but I've played... Let's see, where's my deck tracker? I played 17 games with this deck, and the Firelands Portal hasn't ever been amazing. It's been pretty bad several times, and like average-ish a lot of times. I don't know. I don't like the card at all. I actually like it even less in practice than I did when reviewing, and I didn't hold it that highly in review either, so I don't know. I mean, maybe my Tempo Mage list is just bad. Very likely. I just kind of like looked up a Tempo Mage list and then made a few changes, took out Kabbalist Tomes for Firelands Portals, also dropped the Emperor for a Water Elemental, because I thought Emperor made less sense without Kabbalist Tomes. But anyway, I don't know. I don't like the card. Seemed like it kind of sucked in most of the games that I played with it, but we'll see if it becomes a standard card.